In this video, we are going to see how to add Formsite form entries to Google Sheets. So let's say that you're using Formsite as a form builder application, and every time a new response is received, then the information that you have received here, you want that information to be stored in your Google Sheet, any spreadsheet. Now, how can that be done? For this, you will have to set up some integration between the two applications, and the same thing can be done using Pabbly Connect software. Here, your trigger application would be Formsite, your action application would be Google Sheet. Now, how can you do this yourself, integrate and automate this entire process? To understand that, let me take you to my screen. To begin with the process, we are first going to type the URL pabbly.com/connect. And as we do that, here we have reached the landing page of this software. On the right hand side, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, simply sign in. If you are a new user, click on this tab sign up. It won't take more than 2 minutes. And also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks. So now I'm going to click on sign in as I'm an existing user here. And here we have reached the all applications page. We are going to click on access now for Pabbly Connect as we are doing this integration using Pabbly Connect software. Now here we have reached the dashboard of this application. Again on the right hand side you can see a tab create workflow. So I'm going to click on this and a dialog box has appeared which is asking us to name this workflow. So here my objective is to add Formsite form entries to Google Sheets. Basically, every time a form is submitted through Formsite application, then automatically the details should be captured in the Google Sheet. So I'm going to click on create here. And here we have reached another window which has got two extremely important events. One is trigger, another one is action. Triggers and actions are basically those two principles or concepts on which this entire automation works. Trigger is when this happens and action is do this. Basically, action here is the response of our trigger application. Now here my trigger application would be Formsite, as through every form submission I want the information to be captured on Google Sheet. So here I'm going to look for Formsite. Now the trigger event. So this is the event that will make our workflow run. So I'm going to click on this and here we have got just one event which is new form result. So this workflow will trigger when a user submits a new form result. So I'm going to click on this. And here we have received a webhook URL. So this is going to act as a bridge for connecting Pabbly Connect and Formsite so that Pabbly Connect can have access to the information. I'm going to copy this. Once copied, we have to follow the following steps to set up the integration. So I've already logged into my Formsite account. Let me show you. So this is my Formsite account. Here, once you're here, you have to go to support. And here we have form settings. Let's click on this. Then on the left hand side corner, you can see integrations. Let's click on this. Let's go to server post here. Here we have got two options, edit and delete. I'm going to click on edit. So once we do that, the URL that we have just copied, I'm going to paste this over here. And remember that your message format has to be JSON. Once done, let's click on save. So here we can see that our changes have been saved. Going back to Pabbly Connect, here it is saying that now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do a test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response, which basically means that we have already logged in and now we just have to do a test submission. So here is my contact form. So this is a Formsite contact form and now I'm going to fill up this form. So let's fill in this information. Let's say the name here is dummy user 123. Now the email address here is dummy123@pabblytudes.com. Let's click on submit. Now here we can see that our form has been successfully completed and submitted. Taking you back to Pabbly Connect, let's see if we have received the API response, and here it is. So what all we have received, here we have received the email address. Then as I take you down, this is the name and this is the mobile number. Now what do I want? I want this information to become a part of my Google Sheet. So I'm going to go down and here I'm going to choose my next application as Google Sheet. Here it is. Now the action event. So here the action event would be to add new row. So every time we have received a form response, so the details should be added to my Google Sheet as a new row. So I'm going to click on this. Now let's click on connect. So here Pabbly Connect is asking to connect itself with the Google Sheets account. To set up this connection, I'm going to click on add new connection and then sign in with Google. So here let's choose the account. Once done, here Pabbly Connect is asking for some access. So I'm going to click on continue to provide it the access, and here you can see that the authorization has been successful, which basically means that Pabbly Connect is now connected with Google Sheets. Now as I take you down, here we have to select the spreadsheet, the name, email address and contact number. So this is the sheet that I've already created. The name of my spreadsheet is Formsite Details, and the name of the sheet is sheet 1. And here we have the following column fields: name, email address and contact number. Going back to Pabbly Connect, see, it has already captured the name of the spreadsheet and the sheet. Now I'm going to click on this to map the value. What is mapping the value? Mapping means that I already have this information in my previous step and I'm just going to retrieve it here. So I'm going to click on this, and here I have the previous step. Now as I click on this, I have the name. So this is the name. So this is how I have to fill in this information. Now the email address. Again, I'm going to go to step 1, and this is the email address, and finally the contact number, and here we have the contact number. So this is known as mapping. Why is mapping important? Because every time the workflow runs, it has to take the new data. If I write this manually, it will only take the manually written data and it will never inculcate the new data. So that is why mapping is important. Now once this has been mapped, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here we have received the API response, which basically means that this information should now become a part of my Google Sheet. So let me take you to my Google Sheet. And yes, here you can see that we have received the information. So this is the information that we have just received through Formsite. Now, this basically means that our integration process is a success, but we also need to check this in real time. So I'm going to take you back to the form. So this is our form, and now I'm going to fill in this information. Let's say the mobile number here is, and now the name. So let's say the name is test user. The email address here is testuser@pabblytudes.com. And now I'm going to click on submit. So here we can see that the form has been successfully submitted, which basically means that now as I take you to Google Sheet, and yes, we have the information. So this means that our integration process is a complete success. Now I'm going to take you to Pabbly Connect to understand what we have done. So this is an extremely easy two-step integration process where our trigger application is Formsite. The event that we have chosen is new form result. The action application here is Google Sheets, where the event is add new row. I hope this is absolutely clear to you. If in case you have any doubt, you can refer to the workflow which is given in the video description. You can also clone the same and start to process immediately. Apart from this, if you have any particular integration that you wish to work on, you can always write to us.
Not only this, but you can integrate multiple applications using Pabbly Connect software. To ask any of your query, you have to write at forum.pabbly.com. You can also visit our website, which is www.pabbly.com/connect. To get all the details about the latest updates, the integrations and applications, you can visit our Facebook group. If in case you have found this video helpful, then do not forget to share this with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get into automation and make their life easy. I'm going to see you very soon with different integrations and automations. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Take care of yourself.